Hello, alrighty. So this is going to be our read aloud. I am working on recording the rest of the stuff, but this is our first reading. We did read this book yesterday, but we're going to read it today. And it's called Water Changes. So we read this yesterday and we have our words to know. We have cloud, freezes, which is ice, which is solid. We have liquid, mist, oceans, rain, snow, vapor, and water cycle. So these are our words to know. If you look at Earth, you will see that most of it is blue. The blue parts are water. Most of the water on Earth is in oceans. Oceans are huge areas of water. Name 2 oceans. Okay, so we have to name 2 oceans. And if you can see in this little, the little boy holding the Earth, we have, it says Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean, okay? There's other oceans which we'll go into it once we hit our lessons on oceans. The water on Earth changes. It changes when it gets warmer. It changes when it gets colder. Water can be liquid, solid, or vapor. So remember we spoke about yesterday water and its superpowers. So water is special. It's very special and it has its own superpower. Water can be changed into these 3 forms, right? It's a liquid, it's a solid, and it's a gas. So just like here it says, it could be a liquid, solid, or vapor. Water vapor is just a gas, okay? Liquid water is the water you drink. You can swim in it, you can wash with it. This girl is swimming in liquid water. So liquid water is all around us. We see liquid water everywhere and in any place in our house. Remember we were talking about how do we use water? Well, we see liquid water and we use liquid water to swim when we're washing, taking a shower, brushing our teeth. We're drinking liquid water. When we go outside and it's hot, we're playing in liquid water, or like this little girl, she's swimming in it, right? So liquid water is everywhere. When water gets very cold, it freezes into ice or snow. So ice is solid water. It is cold and hard. And this is what we spoke about yesterday too when we were talking about water and its superpowers, right? Which actually I'm going to record that video too. So this is what it is. So when water freezes, it turns to ice. And ice we see when, for example, this little girl, she's ice skating, right? Ice we see when we put in our tray of cubes and we want some ice cubes. We put liquid water in first and then we put it in the freezer. We wait a couple of hours. Then when we take it out, we see our little ice cubes, right? Because it got to a certain point where that ice just froze. So that's how we get ice cubes. And just like that little girl, she is eating a little popsicle. So that's a solid. That's solid water, okay? Snow is solid water too, but it's not as hard as ice. You can make a snowman with it. So that's snow, and we have snowman, and we spoke about snow being solid water as well. Now remember, it's not as hard as ice, right? So even when, I don't know if sometimes you've seen icicles, right? Icicles are little things that hang, right? So it's just frozen water. It's not like that. Snow is very different, and we play with snow. When water is heated by the sun, it becomes water vapor. Water vapor is all around you, even if you cannot see it. So vapor or any kind of gas, we do not see this, okay? Sometimes you can see water vapor in the air, and it's called mist. And this is usually just like that little picture. We see mist sometimes in the air, and that's water vapor. The wind takes up water vapor up high into the sky. It is colder high in the sky. The vapor cools and forms clouds. So the clouds are actually water vapor too. So when it goes up, it's water vapor. Those are our clouds. Now, water falls from the clouds as rain. So that's liquid water. So what falls from our clouds in winter? So we spoke about, it's telling us right now that rain is liquid water, right? kind of like what we have today, because today our weather is rainy, it's cloudy, but we're in summer, right? But in the winter time, when it's very, very cold, what falls from the clouds? Right, so we have snow falling from the clouds in the winter time, okay? And don't forget, snow is solid water. Water is changing and it moves up to the sky and falls back down to the earth. Water is moving up into the sky and back down into the earth, and that is called a water cycle. So water is heated by the sun and becomes water vapor, right? So here we have our little arrows. So when the water is heated by the sun, it becomes water vapor, and that water vapor moves up to the sky and forms clouds, okay? So our clouds are made up of this water vapor. After that, when our clouds get too heavy, the water falls from the clouds as rain or snow. This is what we call precipitation, right? So we got this. Then that snow melts and becomes liquid water, and that's what goes into the lakes, into the rivers, and then that's how our water cycle works. Now this is just a little preview because we are going to be talking about the water cycle tomorrow and Thursday, okay? So, but you're getting a little glimpse of it. And then that's the end of our book.